Hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami, and well, today we're off to France's oldest city, Marseille. So it's a bit of a first for us this. We haven't been on public transport for quite a number of years, certainly not since we got Elton, so the tram, the bus, it's all very exciting. We've had to change on the main street here in Nice, Jean Médecin, and then you get the other tram line all the way up to the railway station, but it's still a good deal, €1.50 all the way from Villefranche via bus and 2 trams to Nicefield station.
We're on the tram direction Henri Sepia.
Oh, Henri Sepia, the famous historian who popped up in Nuit, L'Escarène the other day.
Indeed.
And just here is this brand new iconic hotel that has opened with a sort of shopping mall underneath that adjoins the rail station. Very black, isn't it? Well, this is it, and I can't say I'm that impressed thus far. I'm not even impressed with the entrance to the Grand Hotel, but it's sort of dark and dirty looking, and well, maybe it's just not finished. So how long is our journey today, Mr. Boo?
Well, we're on the extra fast train, so it's 2 hours and 32 minutes.
2 hours and 32, and this is the TGV that would have taken us if we could stay on it up to Paris.
Absolutely.
And why couldn't we go in Elton?
Because it'd take too long, we'd have to stop too many times.
We couldn't do it in a day, could we?
No, I think we'd be spending so long charging.
How many kilometres is it roughly?
It's 180 kilometres.
All right, we'd have needed 3 charge stops of 2.5 hours. So, but what we are hoping to do is find some modes of transport to experience when we're in Marseille, aren't we?
Yes.
We might even hire something.
Ooh.
And look at Twiggy, she's got a brand new backpack for this trip. So anybody who sent us coffee money for Twiggy over the last few months, and some of you have, it's been spent on this marvellous rucksack, hasn't it, Twig? Say hello. Say thank you to everyone. Ooh. There's Toto, icon of Nice. On the dog beach is Toto, and now he's in the rail station. Now, I'm not some old architecture fascist. I do like lots of modern architecture, but I hate that shopping mall next door to here. And just look how much nicer is this building. Are we on time, Mr. Boo?
We're on time, and the train is on the platform, ready for us.
Train's on the platform, ready for us. Let's go. And how much were these tickets?
It's pretty much always about €40 to Marseille, and for
Return?
an extra, no, single.
Okay.
And it's an extra 15 to go first class.
And we've gone first class this way, but we couldn't afford it coming back.
No.
But we thought we'd give some space for filming and Twiggles, who still hasn't been to the loo. This could end in tears.
But it's an extra €5 for Twiggy as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
On the train?
Yeah.
So Mr. Boo is going to scan me through first, and then I'm going to walk through, and then he's going to walk through. It's very complex.
Ready?
Yeah.
We're coach number 1, just like when we went to Paris, all the way to the front.
Look, it's enormous. It's the TGV. It's the super fast, although on this first bit of the line on the coast, which should give us some spectacular views today, because it's quite a nice day, it doesn't go at super speed. It really only goes super speed after Marseille. But boy, is it as a super train. Look at it, the entire length of the station. Is this ours?
Coach number 1, in and up.
In and up. I love these double deckers. Is this Twiggy's first train journey, Mr. Bill?
I think it is Twiggy's first train journey.
Oh, Twiggy's first train journey. Certainly in that rucksack.
Ooh.
A wowaffy. So what do you know about Marseille, Mr. Boo?
Marseille is the oldest city in France and the 3rd largest city in France.
3rd largest, how many people?
Nearly 2 million people.
2 million, and it's got a very interesting ethnic mix, hasn't it?
Yeah, because...
Probably the most diverse outside Paris.
Yes. Maybe even more than Paris because
Really?
because it's
The port.
a port and the oldest port.
Right. So we're looking forward to sampling some interesting food from many different, with many different influences, aren't we?
Looking forward to some diversity.
Diversity. I don't know about that. There used to be a band, Diversity, a boy band.
Maybe.
And they were on X Factor or something. They were acrobatic skateboarding singers, I think. I probably just made that up. And what's the drink Marseille is famous for?
Pastis.
Pastis is invented in Marseille, wasn't it?
It was.
And was boules invented in Marseille?
I think Boule was invented.
We didn't bring our boules.
No, but there is a very exciting Boule place to go and visit.
Oh. And we're staying in a hotel, get us, and we're staying in a very fashionable and Instagrammable hotel. They've opened a branch of it in Nice quite recently. But I'm going to tell you more about that when we get there. It's it'll be a quirky room. Well, we've had all kinds of chaos. We got in the wrong carriage, then we realised we were in the wrong bit of the train. We couldn't walk right through, so then we had to change at San Rafael and get into the other bit. And then we were convinced that these super first class seats we got had just got the tiniest little table. And then we realised that this is how it works. And actually, quite advanced, this table. Look at all these little gizmos it's got. So we've got a USB-A socket there, we've got a plug socket. What else have we got?
Got lights to attract attention here.
Oh yes.
Got a coat stand.
Coat hook. What's
And
these straps for?
this is to hold your water bottle in.
Really?
Yeah, and then you've got a little cup stand, or you could put your bottle of wine there.
I
with
think
your
that's
strap
for
on.
your phone, like that, maybe. These straps are most strange. I mean, I'm not against them. And then have you got more electrics down here? No, just that.
And a mirror.
On the mirror we love. It's so quirkily French. It reminds us somehow of Elton, the Citroen. It's just a weird, quirky thing at the top. So, this is Marseille Station, Mr. Boo. Now, where are we going for our lunch? Because I'm starving and we can't check into this hotel till 3 o'clock.
We're going somewhere extra special.
Extra special? Have you been doing the Mr. Boo research on it?
I've been doing some Mr. Boo research. I thought you were going to ask me some facts on Marseille Saint-Charles train station then.
Oh, no, please spare us. Well, go on, give us one.
Well, last year there were 17 million passengers.
What? 17 million?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem so busy today. Maybe that was because there were a lot of football matches. Olympics. Maybe no, they weren't here though, were they? It's quite a lot, 17 million. Top fact, Mr. Boo. No ticket needed to get out.
Passage libre.
Passage libre. That's handy, because I haven't got a ticket. And just like that, the icon of Marseille appears. What's that, Mr. Boo?
That's the Basilica.
The Basilica. Look at that. Are we going to get an Uber?
We're going to get an Uber to speed things up because we've never been here before. Neither
I've
of
never
us.
been here. So, and we're going to get an Uber to this lunch place, which we've heard very good things about.
These are very famous stairs, you know.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to carry my case down them. Isn't there a very famous lift? Mr. Boo's carrying my case, and it's very good of him. It's just because of my back. It would spoil the trip if I did my back in, wouldn't it?
It would.
And you wouldn't enjoy that as much. My company with a bad back.
No, I wouldn't enjoy your company with a backpack.
They're very impressive steps though, Mr. Boo, I agree.
Thank you.
So if you're coming to Marseille station, it would seem that the Ubers pick you up where the conventional taxis are, down on this lower level. Or we shall see if they do. Where does Mr. Uber say he's coming to?
I think it's from under here.
Under here.
We were in Gare de Lyon. How much trouble it was.
It took us about half an hour to find the Uber. That's the problem. Sometimes with Ubers, they can't get into the actual station like conventional taxis, but then sometimes they are the same taxi. So you just don't know, do you? But also Uber's been blockading Nice airport yesterday because they were, I think they're fighting for better rights or better pay and conditions. So it's not quite what it was. But it's still incredibly handy when you arrive somewhere new and you don't necessarily speak the language or know the layout or know what the cost should be. You just go on that app and it's all fair. You used to arrive in a city, didn't you? And the first thing that happened to you was you got robbed blind in a taxi. And those days are gone. 4 minutes, 0.7 miles. So here he is, having to film this on the secret specs. Don't worry wonder why the picture goes into portrait, but not everybody appreciates being filmed the minute you meet them. Already very different vibe to Nice. It already feels a lot less bourgeois, a lot less sort of pristine. There's definitely an energy. Certainly wouldn't get away with all this graffiti in Nice. Ooh, no. I quite like it. Bit of edge. So, there goes the Uber. Where is it, Mr. Boo? Is it open?
It's open, there's people outside.
No. It's a miracle. A mere mon ami first, an open restaurant. Or, well, I don't think it's quite a restaurant, this, is it? It's more... Well, let's see. So we're going to switch to the specs and see what's happening in here. Get some real vibe. Ooh, yeah, this looks good. So it's self-service.
He's bringing it out.
Oh,
Yep.
very good.
Just going to let my little friend out.
I tell you what this place reminds me of. There's a 24-hour bagel shop on Brick Lane in London, and it has that sort of vibe. Very real, and yet what's in there looks quite special. So it just came, and look at that sandwich. Gonna have to wait for Mr. Boo to tell you what's in them because he ordered. But wowza. So tell us, what's in yours, Mr. Boo?
I have got the sandwich with pulled pollock.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pollock.
Pulled pollock. Never mind the pollocks, that's
Never mind
fish.
the pollocks.
Pulled fish.
With fennel, lemon, and red and white cabbage.
Wowza, give it a try. It's well popular, this place, and very cool. I feel like a hot young thing, a hip young gunslinger, I feel like. Oh.
That is a sexy sandwich.
What's it taste of? Fish? You can't speak, you put so much in your mouth, can you? That serves you right.
With magical lemon dressing.
So what have I got in this epic sandwich, Mr. Boo? Look at that.
That is serrano ham with gorgonzola, sumac, shiitake roasted mushrooms.
Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sumac.
I'm sorry.
And oh, pardon.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Yes, going back to your Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sumac. And
I'm here. Terrible camera.
I'm looking to see what it is.
It's got something in it anyway. With what?
With red onions, red cabbage, and some spinach.
Spinach, like Popeye.
Like Popeye.
Give me muscles, that. Well, if I can get into it, I am so hungry. I am trying not to eat.
You can't tell.
It's all attached to itself. Look at that. You just pull that bit apart. Wowzer. Twiggy's exploding beneath me. Look at that. Oh wow. Really. I may not be able to speak. That is fantastic. Really fantastic. And luckily I've got all my own teeth, so I'll be able to chew through it. Mr. Boo says that they're famous for their coffee too.
It's true.
It looks beautiful. It's almost as good as my baristering techniques, Mr. Boo.
That's very nice.
Is it nice?
Perfect.
Perfect. Well, that was Razzia. And I have to say, that is up there with one of my all-time best sandwiches. In fact, it may well be my all-time favourite sandwich, particularly the meat one. The fish one was excellent, but I'm not really a massive fish fan. But just incredible. Now, it is not cheap. I think the sandwiches were how much?
13 euros each.
13 euros each. So they're like a plat de jour in a normal restaurant. But believe me, the ingredients, the layering of the flavours, and the quality of the ingredients, the shiitake mushrooms, all the kind of bits and bobs, which, you know, sometimes when you throw all that into a sandwich, it can be a bit, it really, really wasn't. So the whole thing came to what, 31?
31 euros for the coffee.
31 euros with a coffee, and it's a great beginning to our what we hope is going to be a big food spectacular journey through Marseille, because this has got a great reputation for food, all the different sort of foods of the world fusing together, and well, they were in that sandwich, I can tell you. And what a groovy place. Anyway, it's time now to try and find our hotel, which we think is down this rather groovy street. Street is very interesting. I said earlier it sort of reminds me of Brick Lane in London, but Brick Lane in London maybe 10-15 years ago. It also reminds me of old school Portobello Road, and I'm talking Portobello Road back in the day before Richard Curtis did Notting Hill the movie and it became a bit more gentrified. But it's got a fantastic mix of sort of independent shops, some fine dining, a pizzeria over there. There's a dope shop. There's a bread shop called the House of Pain. That's a good name. It's got a bit of everything going on, and it's even got a sort of little old hipster florist over here. So I'm going to try and find the name of the street and let you know what it is. Twiggy still hasn't been to the toilet. When she gets in this mood, you'll have to give her a suppository. What's intriguing me is you kind of feel if this area is gentrifying that these properties would all definitely be occupied and possibly be quite expensive, because there looks to be people with money around, but it's just so hard to read because the doors are so graffitied up and look so down at heel. But we've got to check the property prices around here, don't you think?
Good idea.
When we get to the hotel, because I'm intrigued, because it's a very groovy area, and the sort of the buildings are good. But they look like they've been, you know, in a state of disrepair, many of them. Again, it has that vibe that sort of Notting Hill did, Portobello Road did in the sort of 70s, even into the 80s really, certainly 60s, 70s into the 80s. It's funny, on one level you look at that, you think it must be a squat. It really isn't, I suspect. But it's very mixed, this area, isn't it? It's very mixed. Part gentrified and part not, and often that's one of the, you know, I think that's one of the great times to move into an area like this, because they're such fun. You know, when you've got the two cultures rubbing up against each other. It's when things become fully gentrified that they tend to lose their raison d'etre, I'd say, raison d'etre. But and that's very much first impressions. Let's see how it is as we explore a bit more and see what we make of it tonight. I mean, it may be a security measure, because if you look at this building has been nicely restored, but the raised ground floor, as we call them in Britain, flat, is just shuttered. And similarly, the one here that's got the shutters open, he's got heavy bars on, and all of these down here have got heavy bars on. Now, I don't know whether these bars were put there for other times or for recent times, I don't know, but clearly it wasn't secure to just have a window at that level without bars on it. What I'm trying to figure out is, you look at, say, this building, all shuttered up, you're convinced that this building is derelict. And then you come over here and you look at the letterbox, it's active, and you look at the doorbells, there's 4 names on the doorbells, at least 4 apartments. It's so strange. And we will try and put some Google Map links to the places that we're going to go in Marseille over the next few episodes, because I know some of you like to follow in our footsteps.
So this is the 6th arrondissement, which is quite the price is around €4,000 a square metre.
And how does that relate to like the dearest area?
So compared to more expensive areas like the 7th and 8th, where it's close to 7,500 a square metre.
And what's the cheapest area?
I think the cheapest is the 3rd, where it's about 2.5, 3 grand a square metre.
Right. Now, have you found any interesting flats in this zone?
Well, it's funny you should ask. I've actually found a studio just where we had our giant sandwiches.
Yeah.
And it's a small studio, I think 23 square metres, and that's €100,000.
Wowza.
But on that street also, there is a 4-bedroom loft-style modernised apartment, but with nice traditional floors, and that's 650,000.
So Mr. Boo thinks that the hotel we're staying in is down here. In fact, it's just here. I found it. So I'm going to do this next bit on the secret specs, then we don't pee anybody off as we enter this hotel. But let's see what it's like. Come on, Twigs.
Oh, c'est tout beau. C'est fille, c'est garçon. C'est une fille. J'ai la même, mais elle est vieille, la mienne.
Oh,
Elle est trop
elle
mignonne.
a que 2 ans. 2 ans, 2 kilos.
Ouais, la mienne, elle a 13 ans.
Waouh.
Elle s'appelle comment?
Twiggy,
Twiki.
comme le mannequin anglaise.
Taki. Bienvenue.
Merci.
Nice bomber jackets they do as well while Mr. Boo checks in and check out the fashions. Very nice.
Bienvenue. Mais pourquoi vous avez décidé de venir habiter en France?
Very trendy. Look, they've got some IMAX over here.
Besoin d'un panier pour votre chien.
Very good. Look at that. Oh, old school. I love those
Vous
IMAX.
avez tout ce qu'il vous faut, sinon me mettre un accueil pour le au restaurant juste
Ok.
derrière. Pour le wifi.
What does this mean, Mr. Boo?
Well, it's got the weather, and then it's got bon fête for whichever person's day it is, because every day in France they celebrate somebody else, a different name day.
Let's check it out. Oh, it's very trendy, Mr. Boo. I don't think I'll ever sleep in it. I don't think I'll be fashionable enough for it. Let's check out the room before we defile it with all our stuff. So first thing to say is I think this is probably a hotel that wasn't very trendy, and they've taken on and made into a sort of mama shelter. You know, they've the bed's in the middle of the room. What do they have behind it? Is there a bath here? Oh, I thought there was going to be a bath. No. It's a desk for me to do my editing, which actually is a good thing because I've got a lot of editing to do, and a phone so I can ring someone, and some tissues if I get teary about my editing, and a trendy architecture book. But it's quite an interesting place to put the desk behind the bed. Mama Shelter Dubai is opening soon, but as I say, this has already opened in Nice, and we've been a couple of times, and we were surprised how reasonable it was. A glass of wine, €6 on the roof near the pool, very, very fairly priced. And a bit of a groovy couple of mirrors Oh, I'm going to be seeing myself in bed. I don't know that I like that. Look at that. It's bad enough seeing myself in the shaving mirror. When you get to a certain age, you don't want to see yourself, do you?
You can see a giraffe instead.
I could put that on. Show us the bathroom, Mr. Boo.
Oh, do come through.
Oh, is this the mini bar here?
This is a mini bar.
Mini bar. I always love on these hotel reviews when people say there's complimentary tea and coffee facilities. Oh, there's a microwave. That's handy if you could have brought your sandwich back and warmed it up. Is there anything in the mini bar? That's the interesting bit.
There's some milk.
Oh, so there must be tea and coffee making facilities. Unless they just give you milk. And in the bathroom, showers? Oh, it's got a very modern, nice big shower. I shall be testing that out later. A couple of, a sink and then a sort of wash area. That's interesting design. Again, very nice big mirror. Toilet, couple of bits of toilet paper. You can't go wrong with toilet paper. And a mask each, which is quite strange. And a little bit weird. But I didn't see this tea and coffee stuff. Is there anything? French often don't do that kind of thing in the rooms. Oh, there is a kettle. So I'm guessing somewhere there maybe is.
And she also asked us at the reception if we wanted a basket for Twiggy.
A basket? That's
Yeah.
sweet. Did you say you brought one?
Yeah.
Twiggy's checking it out. She is. Oh yes, checking out the territory.
Where are we going to put your bed?
There's some quite nice details though. Look at this little dimmer switch at the side of the bed. No bedside table, but actually it's underneath it. And you can turn down the light box behind your head, which is rather clever. And this is your bedside table. It's a clever use of space. So you have got a bedside table, but it then pushes away to give you more sense of being able to walk right round the bed. It's clever. You do get sick of hotel rooms when they all look the same because they're all sort of made from the same kit, as it were, with the bathroom in the same place, etc. Now, my other bugbear, of course, is when you come to these places, if there aren't enough sockets, I simply cannot charge all our equipment and do the editing and all the rest of it. And I think in a modern age, you need a lot of sockets. Let's have a look. So under here, you've got a couple. So that'll serve the desk. Over here you've got a third one. Over here you've got another 2, so that gets us up to 5, which is good. Any more in here, Mr. Boo? Any more in here? Vance had 5, 6 with the kettle. And then is there a shaver one in here? Don't think there is. Oh, there is. Down there. There it is. 7. 7 sockets. So impressive, but honestly it causes, I think when there's 2 people and you've got multiple phones and cameras and things to charge, it causes such a pain if people don't have enough sockets.
Which is why I also brought this just in case.
Well, it's often a saviour that for us, isn't it? Our electrical gangbang. Do the bed test, Mr. Boo.
Oh, it's nice. Oh, that's nice.
Is
Oh,
it
these are
firm
nice
or is it
pillows.
soft?
No, it's soft.
Pillows are crucial for me. Oh no, they're quite nice. They're very soft though. I definitely need 2. But it's a nice bed, definitely. And Twiggy likes it. And our friends, the chatter guys, they have an obsession with how many coat hangers you get in places like this. Well, I can tell you guys, we've got 6. 6. What are you looking at, Mr. Boo?
It's, there's free movies available.
They look like the sort of movies that you shouldn't be available to you. The campers.
They're out for a roughing time. A bunch of young horny buddies set out to answer the call of the wild.
Well, I shan't be watching that. I've got editing to do. Look, I'm back to the work.
Presents.
Well, this looks like Black Beauty. This doesn't look like porn. Do you remember Black Beauty? Oh no, that was show jumping. I might have been Ski Sunday. Look at that. I think that's quite enough of that. Oh look, there's some electric charging. We could have brought Elton, Mr. Boo. It's only taken a month to drive him here. Twigs, you stay and guard the room. We're going to hit the town. Oh no, they've got a flat battery over there. They need to stay charged, Mr. Boo, don't they? So, Mr. Boo, what do you think it's going to be like out here in the dark city? Because there's all kinds of stories about Marseille being a bit edgy and a bit dangerous, and this area is definitely, well, it's got the backstreet potential, hasn't it?
It's got backstreet potential, but let's see what it's really like.
I didn't feel anything at all this afternoon, but that was, you know, in the afternoon. There's your empties from last night, Mr. Boo.
Yeah, I brought them with me on the train.
Yeah, look at them. That's how you park. If you're nipping into your takeaway, you just park on the central reservation. No messing about. That's Marseille for you. Now, as they say on opinion polls, this is not representative, but we were just commenting that we've not seen a single policeman all day. And the place does not appear remotely lawless, but we have not seen a copper, and they park in the central reservation. Oh, I've seen the future. It's libertarianism. She's just totting up in there, seeing how much she's made on her frappuccinos. Yeah, just look at this building. Really restored, very elegant, very high ceiling. I imagine quite expensive. On the corner, there's the old graffiti again. It's kind of amazing, and I have a feeling the Marseille love it, probably. I mean, I'm sure there are some who don't, but I think if you're going to live here, it's part of life. It's just, it's how it is. So down there to the metro, that looks like a really underground club in Berlin, doesn't it? Do you think?
It does.
All those underground clubs we never went to when we spent a month in Berlin. So this is the area we were in this afternoon, and it's a Wednesday night and it's already quite buzzy. I tell you what, I bet on a Friday and a Saturday this place rocks, and possibly later tonight, because yeah, it's not empty now. So we've stopped in this place where a pastis is €2, the Marseille speciality, until midnight. Now, I might just stay here, not have any dinner. Have a lot of pastis. I love pastis, but I always find it's a bit like tequila. It sends me a bit weird after 6.
Makes you crazy. You're after 6? Jeez.
Not quite sure how you get a van through a bar, but he's having a good go. Wowzer. Now, Mr. Boo, you're always having this spritz drink.
Because I'm a bourgeois niçois.
I don't even know what it is. What is it?
It's an Aperol spritz.
What's that mean?
With Aperol or Prosecco.
Oh, so it's Prosecco and Aperol?
Yeah, and fizzy water.
And how much is it in Nice or Villefranche?
Probably the cheapest in Villefranche, maybe €12.
And how much was it here?
5.
€5?
Yeah.
And it comes in a half-pint mug, like we used to serve half a mile in our pub when I was growing up as a lad in Yorkshire, in poverty. And what's it like?
It's nice in a half pint, I have to say.
I mean, but what's the drink like? Is it as good as Villefranche?
Yeah, it tastes the same.
It tastes, genuinely tastes the same. So we've saved €7 and it tastes the same. And the pastis is €2.
Yeah.
I can see why they have a lot of graffiti. I'm moving here. But the thing is, and I sort of got this vibe this afternoon, is, you know, whilst it's young and fun and I guess a bit edgy, it's not that edgy. I mean, I would say most of the people sat around me in this bar are sort of college educated, would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they may well be students here, there were students here, whatever. But this isn't sort of the Wild West. This isn't, you know, it isn't going to kick off. Now, I'm not saying it won't kick off at weekends, but it does not feel like that at all.
No.
It feels like a really cool bit of a university town with nice people having a nice time and maybe being a bit, you know, achingly trendy. But it's fun and the prices are, I think, amazing.
I would say a lot of the people around here that are drinking and eating and drinking around here live round here, like they're actually
Yeah.
proper locals, because they're all walking past and saying, "Oh, hiya, Mr. Man that does this bit, and hiya, so and so who works here, and hiya, Mrs. Dog Lady." They all kind of know each other. It's very like soap opera style, like local.
No, I agree. I think it's great. I really like it. Look over there, Mr. Boo. There's a man doing the assiette vegetarian.
Maybe you can have some hummus.
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 Well, I've been constipated like Twiggy. Twiggy has still not been to the loo, you know. But she hasn't. We've left her in the room. We might go back to a poo explosion. We've walked her and walked her and walked her, and just because it's not familiar smell, she will not do a poo in Marseille. She just won't put down roots. It's not her city. I'm intrigued by this man having an assiette vegetarian. Mr. Boo's shocked that I think it might be a good idea, but he's so careful serving his little plates, and they're €8.
Wow.
Well, I've not a clue what's going on. I thought the vegetarian cafe owner was going to ask if he could serve to us in the adjoining bar, but it seems he was going in for another beer. And there's been a negotiation, and well, I've not a clue. I just think it looks nice. It looks like this man does it himself. I've just got a feeling he's trying to get this going. Mr. Bo will be surprised, I bet you. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Du pain aussi? Very complicated, this, Mr. Boo. Doesn't it? I went in thinking he was taking me in to sort it out, but he was going in for another pint. But he had actually said to me that I had to pay. But the great thing here is nobody speaks English to you, so I have to speak French and humiliate myself. But I did manage to get through. Doesn't that look nice?
What have you brought me?
Well, I've not a clue, but that man cooked it, so it must be nice. Maybe some hummus. This looks like pickled vegetables, possibly some red cabbage. That's lovely. I think this will be fine. You might order your own. What's the chilli like?
Nice, lentil-y.
It's nice. That's tasty. It's about, you know, £7. Less than £7. You could have one of these each, and I wouldn't have to take you to dinner in a white tablecloth restaurant. Oh, he's demanding. So if you want to know where the vegetarian assiette man is outside the Videodrome. It either looks like an old VHS rental shop or a sort of porn movie shop, doesn't it?
I think it is a real cinema. It does seem to have screenings on this
Oh, it does. Oh my God, it does. That's weird, because you go in, it just looks like a really strange bar. Well, a sort of empty bar. There you go. So we just think we discovered a bar with pastis at £1.50, which is about €1. I mean, it is insane. It's no wonder people are having such a good time, and that it's so democratic. Everybody can come out and have a good time, and that's what I love about it. Is it's just such a social mix, isn't it?
Do you want a slice of pizza?
So Mr. Boo was not happy with his vegetarian. Well, you were happy with it. It was delicious.
I was very happy with it.
He needs some carbohydrates and some meat, so he's getting a pizza.
Merci beaucoup.
He's wading in. I'm not having pizza because I've become a new vegetarian. Now that's quick. Did you get me one? That's bad. I don't need one.
Well, I'll take them both.
I'm on a diet. How much are they?
$2.50 each.
So that's about £2. They look really nice. Look at those. Wow. Big piece of pizza. Who needs Mackie D's when you've got that? Is it nice?
Very good.
That is really good. It's genuine. It's so crispy, the base, isn't it? Not pully. And the flavours, the mushrooms, the cheese. Incredible.
And again, they were so friendly.
They are very friendly here in Marseille, we've discovered thus far. Again, we might be virgins. Tomorrow we might, you know, fall out with everyone. Who knows? Well, that was our first night in Marseille. I have to say, we're absolutely loving it. We may be just virgins getting overexcited in the first night in the brothel. But anyway, join us next week when we'll fill you in on some more Marseille. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, and please think about buying us a coffee. It really helps support these trips. But most of all, folks, remember, stay charged!
Bye!